federal government takes a new turn on the 8th of October 2016 when men from the Department of State Service invaded houses of some Nigerian judges to arrest them for alleged corruption allegations. It even got worse when Governor Wike of Rivers State tried to hinder one of the arrests as the men threatened to open fire on him if he gets in their way because they are carrying out the operation with the order from above that is superior to the state power. Nigerians picture the DSS arrest as they sees it in different ways.
Federal government fighting corruption is actually a very nice thing, but the approach is not right. I am of the opinion that those judges should have been invited to the station instead of just going and then getting them handcuffed. So that is the aspect I don't like about it.
I think the arrest of the judges, if it had followed due process, I believe it followed due process. If really it did, then there is nothing bad about it. But infringing into their human right, their fundamental human right, by not going through the due process is where it is wrong. Because like it has been, the president has been doing his work to try and stem corruption at its foundation. So if the judiciary that is expected to be the one to keep corruption, to nip it at the bud, is involved in corruption, I think getting them arrested is fine. But if they did it through the right way, it's going to be more beautiful than being fine.
The question we should ask: what did the judges do? What was their offense? After finding out whether the offense is justifiable or not, then we will now go ahead and ask whether the DSS they have the right to arrest or not. You see, because we are jumping the gun. Even before they finish the arrest, the NBA have even given an ultimatum without even asking themselves what was the issue at stake. Not quite long, 3 of the judges were suspended by the NJC. You should have asked yourself, what did these people did? Justice Nwuta, his own case is one of the worst form of criminality you can think of. So the issue of the intervention of Governor Wike doesn't even arrive. But I know that they will resolve this issue amicably.
Even though they use the best approach or they don't use best approach, one thing is certain: what have they done? But if what they have done is wrong, yes, they can use DSS to arrest them. As long as they are the custodian of law, when they go against the law, that does not mean that the law exempts them from being punished. But if what they have done is really wrong, they should be arrested. But I don't think maybe the approach they used was wrong. That's why Nigerian people are fighting. And secondly, when people are questioning how did they realize those money in their custody, we all know Nigeria. Either they are being appreciated or somebody bribed them to get it. But let them use, even though they arrest them, let them use the rule of law against them. Question them. They should define how they get the money. Or if they think they have a business doing, they can actually defend themselves. They are lawyers. They know what is in the law. But Governor Wike did not succeed, and at the end they still made a way. Governor Wike did not do the right thing because maybe there's a conflict of interest or something between them. Yes, he's the governor of the state. Maybe accidental discharge of bullets at the cause of all those things. If anything happen, I know it's going to cause a lot of problem. But if anything happen, the question will be asked: why would he come out himself? He shouldn't have come out, and he's a governor. He has the right to call the commissioner of police and say, "Commissioner, this I hear what is happening in the state. What is happening?" The commissioner should feed him back. So if anything happens on the other way, he should be blamed. That if he's alive. But if he's not alive, whatever we are fighting for, he's already dead. He's already dead.
I think the federal government, they did the wrong thing because we're not in a military rule. This is a real democratic rule. I don't think there is any reasonable government that is going to support what the DSS did. Moreover, I know that the time of arrest is always from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening, from Monday till Friday, excluding weekend. So for DSS to make that move on that wee hour of the morning is so wrong. So I don't think DSS did right. And the best thing for DSS to do is for them to go attend the apology to the Nigerian Judicial Council. If not, I think the National Judicial let them go ahead and declare a mass protest over the DSS. Wike is the chief secretary of the state, and for him to come down to that place, he did the right thing. He was not even the judge that they were attacking that called Wike. He's another person, another judge, because that place is a GRA. So he called Wike to alert him that something is happening on their area. So he did a very good thing for him to come. He did a very good thing for him to come to know what is really happening, because he's the number one citizen of the state, and if there's anything that happens, they're going to hold him responsible. I think he did a very good thing, and I applaud him for that.
They would have invited them. If they refuse invitation, that's the time they can do everything to arrest them. So what they did is, to me, my own opinion, they are very wrong.
Mr. President says he's fighting corruption, and if actually that the judges were corrupt, actually, I would say that the federal government is right. But the court will decide, not I. So we cannot decide if they are wrong or right. So we are not judging the government to be wrong, because the judges might be wrong. You understand now? If the judges were found guilty, that means the government is right. So let them go to the court, and they are law personnel. They know how to defend themselves. I wouldn't say if Governor Wike is right, because since it's corruption that we're fighting, he should give room for the government to go according to the law, which is allowing the DSS to do their job. You understand me? Let them do their job and let the people come to the court and defend themselves if they are wrong or right. So I wouldn't say Governor Wike is right.
I might not outrightly say that what they did is wrong or right, because the people indicted and arrested, they have the legal right, to defend themselves in the law courts, as the law guarantees fair hearing. That before one will be convicted, that he has to be heard, that the law or the law court will avail the person an ample opportunity to be heard, right, to defend himself. We call it that is fair hearing. Fair hearing. So they have the right to defend themselves. Mr. President, I may not say he's wrong or right in what he's doing until those judges are taken to court and and get judgments.
All right, now you've seen that the streets have spoken. The voice of the people is the voice of God. And now you've heard from the horse's mouth, the people, the views of the people from the streets, how a lot of them say there are a lot of things. It's now left for the government to go back and use what they've said to achieve something so that our country will be better. My name is Ekene Zepe, reporting for African Free Press.